Hi guys, I'm making this video in honor of my dad. He passed away 4 years ago on February 11th, 2013 from colon cancer, and that was from the lack of care from the VA hospital. Yes, I said it. They were the reason, and this is why it's so important for us to take care of our veterans. But I don't agree with walking for the cure for cancer and bringing awareness and raising money and things like that, because I feel like they already have a cure, and if they told us the cure and they told us how to heal ourselves, then they would lose a lot of money in pharmaceutical drugs and surgeries and doctor's appointments. So that's why I want to educate you guys a little bit on nutrition and some of the things that is contributing to the cause of cancers and diseases. First, I want to start out with the GMOs. The GMOs is a genetically modified organism. It's a seed that these scientists have come up with, and they have put pesticides and herbicides in these seeds. It's supposed to help the growth of the crops and things like that, and for the first 5 years it was okay. But then after that, after the 5 years, it created superbugs and super weeds, where now they have to put double the amount of pesticides and herbicides on our food. With all these pesticides in our food, let me list some of the conditions that it's actually causing, because it's a shutdown of our nervous system. That's what it does to the bugs. It kills our nervous system. So just imagine what it's doing to us. It creates allergies, obesity, organ damage, thyroid cyst, birth defects, autism, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, ADHD, and of course cancer. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is the MSG. The MSG is like a preservative. That is a monosodium glutamate. And it's also known to have many other names. So I think there's like 40 other names that it can have. So make sure you look those up. A few of them is the gelatin, the glutamic acid, yeast extract, and corn syrup. That's just a couple. So with these MSGs, it actually causes the high blood pressure, weak immune systems, headaches, depression, inflammation, MS, chronic fatigue, irritability, seizures, anxiety, hives, brain damage, nerve disorders, endometriosis, behavioral disorders, and learning impairment. With the MSGs, I can honestly say that my 5-year-old, when we go out to a restaurant or she even eats her school food, she'll get really, really bad headaches. And sometimes she'll throw up because it hurts so bad. Even with me, if I go out to a restaurant, I'll get a headache, I'll get nauseous, my stomach will hurt, I'll get moody, things like that. So you can definitely tell the difference whenever you eat something like this that's not clean. The high fructose corn syrup, that is the worst sugar that you can actually eat. And it contributes to a high amount of the obesity. And the reason for that is because your body doesn't recognize what this chemical is, so it will store the food that you're eating. It doesn't recognize it, so it doesn't know what to do with it, so it just stores it, and that's why we gain so much weight with this really, really bad chemical. The meats are really, really bad with the hormones that they're putting in these cows and chickens and turkeys and things like that. So you can actually switch to some of the cleaner meats that doesn't have all these hormones and the antibiotics that they're putting in them. So one confession that I have is that I had endometriosis and adhesions. It's basically where you have an excess of estrogen, and it creates your menstrual cycle on the outside of your uterus. It's very, very painful. I did have surgery for it, and 6 months later it came right back. They wanted to put me on birth control, but I didn't want the side effects of the birth control. So I went ahead and I cleaned up the amount of meats I was eating. I just made sure I didn't eat too much, and the meats that I did eat, I make sure that they were clean, because like I said, it's an excess of hormones. So you're eating meats with a lot of hormones in it, and that's what's causing you to have these problems. So anyway, I cleaned up my diet. I switched to mostly organic food if I could. Try to clean up my diet as best as I could, but overall, I healed myself. I healed myself from having all these pains and everything. So it can be done. It's possible. So you also have to take into a few other factors when you're talking about getting these types of diseases and neurological disorders and cancers, is the water. We have, I think it's 90 different ingredients in our water or something like that, or chemicals that we have in our water. So make sure you're filtering your water. We also have a lot of air toxins, vaccines, and household cleaners. So make sure that if you can stick to the more natural cleaners, stick to the more natural cleaners. They're not so toxic and they're not so dangerous for our health. We might not think it's a big deal until we actually get something and then we're about to die. You know, so this stuff is serious. We just don't see it right away. A few of the stores that I like to go to for my more organic foods is Publix. Publix really has a good brand called Green Wise, and it's fairly inexpensive. It's not real expensive or anything, but it's pretty inexpensive, and they're good products, good quality. You know, Publix, they have good quality. They also have the buy one get one. Sometimes their chicken is on sale of the Green Wise. Just don't go to the Publix that I go to because they run out, and I just want to make sure you leave some for me. They also I like to go to Aldi's. Aldi's is like the best that I have found. Their products are, matter of fact, their product is called Simply Nature. It's their own organic brand, and it's really good quality, and it's inexpensive. I can get a bag of chips for like $2. And make sure it has the organic seal on it where it says USDA organic on it. So you can get good products from them. And they also have Kirkwood. Kirkwood is their organic meat. Well, it's not organic meats, but it's the non-hormone, non-antibiotic type of meats. So that's a pretty good brand too. Target has really good Annie's brands. A big selection too. Really good for kids. A lot of good snacks that you can switch to. So they have a good selection of Annie's brands. Sam's has big bulks of chicken, of the non-antibiotic, non-hormone chicken. I think it's like a 64 ounce for like $15. And of course they have like bulk fruits and vegetables of organic stuff too. I believe that they have some apples and carrots and cucumbers and things like that. Anyway, they have a pretty good selection too if you're wanting to save money. Because when you think organic, you think, oh my God, it's so expensive. Not really. I mean, you have to shop around a little bit to compare your prices, but think about this. Would you rather be spending more money on organic food, or you want to be spending more money on surgeries and medications and things like that? And then when you buy one medication, you got to buy another medication to fix that side effect, and so on and so on and so on. So you got to think about these things whenever you're talking about your health. So the more people that actually buy organic foods, the supply and demand will increase, and the prices should start decreasing because you have more competition. So that's only better for us. The more people that get on board, you can already starting to see it. It's becoming a popular trend. People are starting to go organic. Now, if you want to heal yourself of something, if you want to heal yourself of cancer, look into the alkaline diet. Alkaline is basically fruits, vegetable, herbs, and essential oils. You can heal yourself of this stuff. This is amazing. Like it's astounding to actually realize that you can heal yourself from a lot of these different diseases that we get and cancers that we get if you switch to an alkaline diet. It's basically like the pH levels in your body that make it alkaline versus acidic and things like that. So look that up. There are tons and tons and tons of videos on this stuff. Also, I have a 9-disc series from The Truth About Cancer. So you can look up their website, The Truth About Cancer. There's a lot of information on there and some CDs that you can order from them too. This brings me to my next topic. Bottom line, if you think about it, these chemicals have been in our food for many, 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 many years, and it's only getting worse. And these chemicals have been in our waters and all this stuff that we're exposed to, and people are dying left and right. And believe it or not, I know this is going to be a shocker. All this was in our food before Trump was elected. I know, I was shocked too. But I couldn't believe it when I found out. So you got to ask yourself, why do they want us to be so against him when they were trying to kill us before he was elected? Think about that. I wish everyone the best. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll do my best. I'm not a nutritionist or anything, but I'm kind of self-taught. So that's about it. God bless. I love my dad, and take care.